sort of test for this team?
Yeah, I think it's everybody, at least on the starting offensive line. I mean, we've all played road games before, so we know what we're walking into. And it's just comes down to getting those younger guys kind of ready to go, get used to being on the road, get used to traveling. It's good that we already had the road game in KC, but the game itself felt more like a home game. So it might take just a little bit of extra prep for some of those young guys to get ready for it, but we should be good to go.
Just from your experience, like what will an extra day help you guys with the most, being out there and kind of having a full day on Friday?
Yeah, personally, I like it. Sometimes, especially on those longer travel trips, it feels like you get there, plane lands, and it's just right into the next thing up until kickoff. And so, getting there a day early, I think it'll be a good time for us to kind of just get our legs back after the flight, take a deep breath, just relax going into game time.
When they say they travel like your own cooks with you, is it literally the same type of stuff you get in Lincoln and you guys kind of just duplicate as much as you can?
Same quality of we want the transition from home game to road game to be as seamless as possible, and I think that top to bottom our whole staff does a great job of that. And so even if it's something as small as bringing the cooks along, I mean it's just great to get the same type and quality of food that we would get here at our training table.
What's the you have any quirky travel stories over your 5 years at Nebraska? Something that funny that happened or frustrating?
I mean, I probably have a few. Might have to think about that one a little bit. Nothing too crazy.
Is there some part of the travel part that you actually really enjoy, like either the camaraderie or whatever comes with it?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I like playing in other people's stadiums. I mean, nothing against ours. I love ours, but I just like to, kind of go into and I think, a lot of guys on the team feel the same way. Like we like to go into a different environment and kind of, step into deeper waters, so to speak. And so I think it'll be a good time.
Maryland's defense is allowing under 3 yards per carry. Just what stands out to you about their defense?
Yeah, they don't, blitz a whole lot. I mean, they're going to play you straight and they're going to win by technique. So it's going to be a technique versus technique game. It's going to be our technique versus theirs all game. And so I think that's, how they've gotten people is because so far, they've had better technique than the teams they played against.
How good is their D-line? I mean, it looks like most of their pressure is coming from that front four group right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're solid. Just, really good, high motor guys. The coaching staff there's got them playing hard.
How do you feel? Obviously, Elijah stepped in a left tackle and Gunner over to right.
Mm-hmm.
How guys merged together with that new look?
Yeah, no, I think we did a really good job of it during the game. Obviously hit a lull in the second quarter, sorry. But, the ability to bounce back from that, I think, was huge. And it really just came from all 5 of us getting on the same page.
With the sacks that have been allowed the last couple of weeks, I know it's sort of spread around, but have you guys been able to kind of dissect where some of that's coming from and to help you going forward?
Yeah, it's not some mass epidemic. It's like a thing here, a thing there, and so really what it comes down to is just being more consistent every single snap. You can't let anything slip even for one play because that's when they get you. And so at the end of the day, that was all it was. It was just one guy off a little bit here, one guy off a little bit there, stuff I could do better, the whole line across the board. We all understand that. It's not like it was some crazy thing that happened. It was just the tiny details of our technique and our fundamentals and how we want to build our pocket. That was what got us.
Hey, one thing that Holgerson expects is more teams are going to try to just bring heat pressure, including Maryland. You guys kind of experienced some of that last year. How do you feel like you guys adjusted last season to teams kind of bringing a lot of pressure at you, and what do you feel like you're ready for now?
Yeah, I think it really just comes down to our preparation during the week. Because, all those blitzes you pick up on Saturday, you really pick them up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so just finding any possible way to take the next step in our preparation, making sure we're all on the same page with the quarterback, the backs about, how we're calling this protection versus this front. Those are the things that will get all, the 6 of us that are responsible for protection on the same page and make Dylan as comfortable as he can be back there.
As one of the leaders of that offensive line, maybe the primary leader, when you guys hear sort of outside noise, how do you steel the guys against blocking that out?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's it's always important to remember that, you know, the guys maybe, you know, DMing you after a loss or whatever, you know, never played ball in their lives. They don't know what they're talking about. You know, yeah, like maybe one guy does. No, like what they say does not matter. You know, the only opinions you should worry about is from yourself and from, you know, we say it all the time, like, don't take advice from a person you wouldn't trade places with. Like, if I wouldn't trade places with some random guy sitting on Twitter DMing me, why would I take his advice? You know, I'll take my coaching, you know, take advice from like those close people in my life, but that's it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.